You see it all the time in business, where there's conflict, where there's misalignment, when ultimately there's challenges. You've got learn-it-alls over there and know-it-alls over there, and it's exactly the same organization. And you just wonder, how is that actually happening? Why is there so much friction? Why is there so much wasted energy and so much conflict happening in that organization? It's because they're valueless. You see, the reality of it is that you've got to have a great set of values inside of your business. And this is such an important part. If the people don't know what the values are, then how do they really go and live them out? Now, when I walk into an organization, we like to think about deep integration. So if I'm going to be a provider of services, when I'm doing training inside of that company, I want to know what are the values that this business ultimately believes in. Because whilst I'm there, I need to make sure that I not only demonstrate, but ultimately live those values out more than anyone else inside of that particular business. Now let's have a quick look at it. We've got a particular client who's got some great values, and theirs are all based around this concept of respect and innovation and community and excellence. And so everything that they do is based around those four values. So are you demonstrating respect? Are you demonstrating innovation? Are you demonstrating community and like-mindedness? Are you in that position that you're looking at excellence in everything that you do? And it's really interesting because when they brought it into the organization, then all of a sudden everyone starts to really understand what the brand is really about. Now, sometimes I'll walk into a business and they don't have a set of values, and it's so abundantly clear. There's conflict and arguing and challenges on a whole range of things, and a boss does one thing and another boss does something else, and the front receptionist does something else, and no one knows how to make any decisions at speed. When there isn't a standard operating procedure in play, values come into their own. Because in absence of actually having a policy or a procedure, you simply just say, how does it relate to the values? And that empowers your people to go and make all the decisions. As a business leader, I don't want to make any of the decisions. I want my people to be able to make all the decisions that they need to make. And ultimately, if I empower them to do their great work, that allows me to go and do my great work in what I do inside of the business. Everyone's involved in the workflow. If you're in a position that you've got some fly in the ointment, it's because you ultimately haven't spent any time in actually making sure that you've got a set of values that everyone knows. It's fine to have a set of values inside of people's employment contracts, but do you actually have those values at the start of every sales meeting, at the start of every property management meeting, at the start of every all hands meeting? Do you have a values award where you give people an award when they actually live out the values inside the organization? Do you catch your people out for doing great things that are within alignment of what the business is all about? It's impossible for people to live to a set of values that they don't know exist. It's impossible to manage a group of people around a set of values if the management and leadership team don't live by the values either. It's time to get back and to get really clear about what the values are in your business and to make sure that those values are clearly spelt out at every opportunity. Sometimes you hear people say, Josh, there's a bit of repetition. Of course there is. Sometimes you need to hear something 14 times in order to be able to hear it for the first time. That ability to make sure that those values are actually driven inside of your culture is massively important because it makes a huge difference to your capability to be able to scale at size and really do something truly great inside of your business.